Hello, this is Russ with Mission DIY, and our project here is removing this existing basement 54-inch tall window. It's roughly 36 by 54, and we're going to replace it with this 36 by, I think it's a 40. And the reason why we're doing this is because, I don't know if you can see from out in here, but the ground is very high compared to the window, the basement. You can see how the brick ledge is pretty much touching the ground, and the window is just a little bit higher. So basically, when all this soil is going this direction towards the house, this is coming down this way, and I don't like how close it is to the bottom of the window. I've already removed the trim around the perimeter of the existing window from the inside of the basement. What I'm going to do right now is remove the aluminum trim outside of the window. So first, we're going to just take a razor blade and we're going to cut the caulk joints around the perimeter of the aluminum trim. And the reason why we're going to do that is because when we're all finished installing the new window, we are going to try and reuse this trim. I stuck my pry bar up there, got through the caulk, used the razor blade a little bit, and there's a nail right here and a nail there, and just got the pry bar behind it and popped it loose. And that's about it. 2 nails and a bunch of caulk, and I got this piece free. You can see all the old wood trim. Okay, all the aluminum trim is off. There it is right there. We'll see if we can reuse it or not. So first we're going to unlock the bottom sash. If you have a double hung window like this, double hung means that the bottom sash goes up, the top sash goes down. Single hung window is when the top sash does not move, bottom sash just goes up. Slide that's different than obviously a slider that goes left to right. So you unlock the sash. You have sash locks on each side. We're going to lift it up a little bit. We're going to undo the sash locks so that basically this is in outside pane window cleaning mode. Tip it, then we just twist it a little bit and this should pop right out. There we go, just like that. Put this over here. Top sash comes down. And same thing, there's some locks at the top. Undo the locks. Tips down for cleaning. And we're going to just lift it up. Out. There's a ton of dirt in this bottom track from, more than likely, the soil being too high outside, like I had mentioned, is the reason why we're replacing this window. We've got a wood windowsill, which might have, if I remove that, it might have made it a little easier to remove, because you can see there's a lip that the window was tucked down inside. There's an exterior wood trim and sash. We're going to remove all of this and get the new window up as high as possible. So basically I'm going to have to chip out this 4-inch tall course of brick and then get down to the surface of the block, and then we're going to build up from there, the block. So what I bought over here was I've got full-size 8x16 block. I got some 8x8, 8x4, and I also got some bricks if I needed to use those. So wasn't quite sure what I needed to buy, so I just bought a lot of different sizes of masonry. We installed two 2x4s on each side. I measured so that the window would be perfectly centered. And this 2x4 on each side is a full 2x4, which is 1.5 inches wide. This 2x4 on both sides is roughly 1 3/8. I have a planer that I used to plane the thickness of the 2x4 down to 1 3/8, which is what it needed to be, so it wasn't too tight against on each side of the window. Today, what I'm doing is chipping out masonry and trying to work on the masonry today to get it ready for brick on the outside. But first I got to get the masonry block on the inside finished up. Okay, so real quick, got a couple manual hammers. I have a power chipping hammer right there and a grinding cutting wheel with a masonry blade on it. And you can see how low this is. I raked the leaves away. How low this is, the dirt coming down, water coming down from rainstorms, right at the windowsill. This brick ledge is the windowsill. So the top of the windowsill is at the bottom of this brick. Each brick is 3 inches tall, 3, 6, 9, 12. So essentially we were able to raise the windowsill 10 and 12 inches, which is pretty significant when you compare it to where this dirt is currently. 10 to 12 inches doesn't seem like that much for the height of this window, but as they say, every inch counts, right? Alright, so we're going to be chipping out. I'm going to actually have to dig out some of this dirt. I got to chip out all of this existing brick ledge. We're going to save those bricks to reuse them. Always wear your hearing and your eye protection when you're using power tools. And also another safety item is when you're using a tool like a power grinder, you really don't want to use gloves unless they're certain like tight rubber gloves, because construction gloves like these that are fabric, they can accidentally get caught on the wheel and then it will pull your hand into the wheel and take off some fingers. We don't like to lose those. Okay, so you just saw what happened. Put your drill on low, not on high. A little more water. When you add water, it's a little dry. Only do a little bit at a time. You will go from being dry to being too wet really quick. So I'm not a mason by trade, so I already know that I'm going to probably be wasting a bunch. That's okay. So you want your joints, the existing joints are 1/2-inch joints. So if the mortar is too thin and sloppy, then the weight of the block is going to smash it down. I paused it. All right, well, we're gonna have to take it out just to put it back in because we forgot to hit the record button.